Yep.
which could make things interesting.
Yeah. This is basically just a personal preference upon some players. Some players like to wall off against Protoss, some don't. There are some vulnerabilities. When you don't wall off, you do
What?
have to be. JediGamer's pausing.
What?
What version?
Uh, standard.
Yeah.
Uh, Let me go check the map pool real quick. There may be a confliction here.
That would be unfortunate.
Pool system. That's not what I want. I need maps. Here we go. Yeah, it's Blizzard Metalopolis. So,
Alright.
all right. So we're on the right version.
Okay, good. Very good. So go ahead and watch these guys as they play. Yeah, there are no supply depots. That's a good indicator that it is the Blizzard version. Unfortunately, I'm not in all chats, so I cannot.
This is the Blizzard version, so they're fine.
Yeah, but I can just tell them that like there's no supply depots. So
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
I like being helpful.
They'll figure it out. They're smart people.
Yeah, and wait, is that a Nexus first?
Oh my goodness, he's doing a one pylon fast. Oh man, wow. I have not seen this in forever. Okay, so this is actually really risky on this map because they could have easily spawned 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock, and that would have made this strat pretty much null and void. But because of the 12 and 6 o'clock starting locations, this will actually be okay. Wow. So it took a huge risk. He's going to be fairly successful with it though. This is going to help speed up his economy quite sufficiently.
A huge boost to him because really, Protoss is the hardest race to really fast expand as, because normally if you're not going Nexus first, you have to get your gateway, then your cybernetics core, and then a unit or two before you can get out your Nexus. While you always see like a one Rax, no gas packs from Terran, and obviously Zerg can just go ahead and hatchery first.
Yeah, now, I mean, Jedi has scouted this out. He knows the Nexus is here. I mean, we could see a rush. We're seeing a 1-1-1 out of Jedi, so he may be thinking about doing some Banshee harassment, which, because he's put down, you know, JediDoro's put down this Nexus, he will be slightly behind in terms of resources, at least for a little bit, which will allow Jedi to tech up. So we'll see how this plays out, but this really, at this point, could go either way. It really depends on how well these Banshees do in terms of micro. He's getting a Hellion out just for some added benefit here. And there goes the starport as well, so definitely going a lot of harassment units.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see the tech lab being thrown down out of the barracks or that factory to speed up the Banshee production. Because the second he gets that out, he can do damage. As we can see that there's not even a Robo in production at the moment, so DDoro could be vulnerable.
Yeah, looking at economy currently, it is 25 to 21, so Mule is going to get a little bit more advantage there. Obviously, gas mining out both geysers, so that is even. But Warp Gate technology just now started. There are 2 Stalkers on the way. Starport almost finished, Tech Lab almost finished. We're going to see a swap here shortly, unless he's deciding to go Blue Flame. Yes, he is. Maybe some Siege Tanks.
Yeah,
And yeah, he is going Siege Tanks. So Banshees with Siege Tank support. This could be interesting. We're actually potentially going to see just a Banshee in unit composition. We started seeing this a little bit more often, and then that kind of stopped, and Banshees went back to being the harassing unit again. So, but definitely could be an interesting rush here coming up shortly.
Yeah, now harassment with Hellions and Banshees is a very QXC type of thing to do. And there's the first Banshee going to be able to come out as my voice decides to go ahead and
Were
be
you scrubbing a record? I couldn't tell.
Thanks.
Let's see here. 3 gateways. Rove almost on the way. Banshees coming out as well. Looking at the unit composition, we got 1 tank, 6 Marines, 1 Hellion against 2 Stalkers, and 1 Zealot if an engagement were to happen. Zelnaga Watchtowers, of course, can be a little bit crucial here, especially this one on the right-hand side, as JediDoro will probably suspect pathing going to be taken in that direction. Needs to be careful of the gold as well, though. We have seen a lot of Terran players cross over that instead and go straight up the middle.
Yeah, and now there's an observer in production now from that good old Robo Bay, but Robotics facility, I mean, not the Robo Bay. But down here we have a Hellion on the left running around, just doing a good little bit of scouting. But we do have the first Banshee going on the right side. I'm going to go ahead and try and hit with the Hellion and the Banshee at the same time in different mineral lines, which could catch JediDoro off guard. We'll see how he's going to be able to handle this, as there's also no cloak but this is going to scare DeDoro and have to prepare for Cloak just in case.
Observer going to be moving down here. Going to see Jedi's base. Oh my goodness. But Banshee going to move through the back. There is a pylon to scout it. Heads up. 2-3 stalkers warping in. Going to be there. Plenty to stop this. This Banshee is going to get knocked out fairly quickly if it's not careful. And rush interrupted. Could be going for the expansion line if you wanted to. There's only 2 sentries and a stalker down. I could pick off a couple more probes, so it's going to be kind of coming down to bouncing around between these mineral lines. But it looks like Jedi's going to fully back off here and just go back to base. Potentially just put this in the main unit composition. Observer just going to, yeah, SCV is going to be following for repair purposes. Observer going to be following this though, and this should be kind of interesting.
Yeah, and now before this base hits, race attacks hits the base of DeDoro, I want to go ahead and point out the pylon at the topmost part to the left of that assimilator on DeDoro's natural. That is one of my favorite things to see. I really hate when people see Hellions and don't block that off, because there is no reason not to. You need that to make sure the Hellions can't run by and do a ton of damage. So I just want to immediately just give props to DeDoro for being awesome in doing that.
Yeah, normally we usually see a Forger Gateway there instead, but, you know, 3 pylons is bad. There's the 2 Force Fields wasted only on a single Hellion. That could be interesting. Bunkers going down. Siege mode, is it done? It is. And trying to kite DeDoro's forces out. He does have an Immortal. That'll absorb some of the blows, but not much.
Yeah,
more stuff going to be warping in here shortly, though.
Yeah, but just so you know, DeDoro is one of the best I've seen hold off one base all-ins from Terrans. I've seen him hold on for 20 minutes, and then it just break out all of a sudden and steamroll over a very, very skillful Terran contained with tanks and Banshees and the entire shebang. So this could look to be a bad position, but I've seen DeDoro hold similar off.
Yeah, bunkers have been finished, though, outside of DeDoro's base. This is going to be kind of interesting. Obviously, high ground over here on the left is going to be susceptible to kill these bunkers, so not exactly good placement, but 3 more bunkers going down for Jedi, and it does look like DeDoro is going to try to get a flank going here as these forces move up, try to get a pinch here from 3 different sides. This could be pretty entertaining. Observer, of course, seeing all of this happening, but I can't imagine why he's letting all these bunkers finish. He's actually being kind of contained pretty hardcore here. Guardian shield going up. He's going to go. Here we go. 2 bunkers are full. He could get a couple of SCVs. There's the Zealots from the side. Siege tank's going to come in. Our splash damage is going to be helping with the funnel. You can see these health bars just dropping so goddamn low. Banshee's coming in. There is no cloak. Stalkers starting to push through. Bunkers are falling. He does unload bunkers and starts to move them back, but these Marines just are not dealing out enough damage. And oddly enough, the push fails, and we will be going to game number 2 just like that.